The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. They misquote me, but they do not misunderstand me. When I spoke of the devil, it was not to incite fear of horns and hooves. No, the devil I knew did not snarl, he smiled. He was not a monster lurking in shadows, but a whisper curled into human breath. And the greatest deceit he ever performed was not to appear, but to vanish, to disappear into the mirror, into the habits, the commerce, the culture, and in doing so to become indistinguishable from man himself. In my century, 19th French, decadent, we flirted openly with decay. I wrote of wine, women, smoke, and spleen because I saw them not as sins, but as symptoms. Symptoms of a society that had mistaken progress for virtue, style for soul. We had iron rails, but rusting hearts. We lit gas lamps and called it enlightenment, but the alleyways of Paris whispered with deeper darknesses. What I warned you of then, the devil who convinces the world he doesn't exist, is not some cloaked figure with sulphur on his tongue. He is the invisible parasite of the modern world, the disembodied cynicism that tells you everything is permitted because nothing is sacred. He is the shrug of indifference in the face of beauty. He is the profit made from another's pain. He is the idea that love is weakness, that irony is wisdom, that cruelty is chic. And now, more than ever, he thrives. You, my modern descendants, you live in a world so drenched in illusion you call it content. Your every moment curated by unseen hands. Your data sold not for gold, but for influence. And still you do not believe in devils. Why would you? The devil, after all, is no longer a metaphor for evil. He's a meme, a costume for Halloween, a punchline. He no longer needs to tempt you. You tempt yourselves incessantly, compulsively, scrolling, clicking, consuming, never asking why, only more. He doesn't have to destroy the sacred, you've replaced it with spectacle. He doesn't have to silence the poets, you've tuned them out with noise. He doesn't need to burn books when no one reads them. So let me speak clearly now. Not as prophet, but as witness. The devil exists. Not beneath your feet, but behind your eyes. He exists in algorithms optimized for outrage, in entertainment that normalizes degradation, in politics built not on conviction but performance. He is in your denial, in your disconnection, in your numbness. He thrives when you believe truth is relative. He multiplies when you say nothing matters. He feasts when you forget that your soul is not just a poetic abstraction, but your last line of defense against becoming a machine of appetites. Now listen to me, not as a dead poet, but as a living warning. First remember, evil that cannot be named cannot be resisted. Call it what you will, disinformation, nihilism, apathy, addiction, but name it. Do not let it slip by unnoticed, cloaked in convenience or wrapped in sophistication. Second, recover your reverence. In a world that monetizes your attention and manipulates your desires, the sacred act is to pause, to preserve silence, to protect wonder, to create what cannot be bought. That is rebellion. Third, reclaim the moral imagination, not by preaching but by perceiving, not by judging but by discerning. Ask not just what is allowed, but what is true, what is beautiful, what is worth your finite breath. And finally, teach your children that the devil does not come to them with pitchforks. He comes as apathy, as convenience. As the voice that says, it's all the same, teach them that to believe in nothing is not wisdom, it is surrender. I am not asking you to become saints, I am begging you not to become ghosts, souls adrift in a world that has forgotten itself. The devil may have convinced the world he doesn't exist, but you, dear reader, you still exist. And as long as you can feel sorrow at injustice, awe at beauty, or rage at cruelty, the fire is not out. The soul endures. Let that be your defiance. Charles Baudelaire channeled, author of Les Fleurs du Mal, Patron of Contradiction, Mirror of Modern Despair.